Have you ever heard of a place so vast and white it feels like another planet? Imagine standing in a world where the horizon stretches endlessly, and the ground beneath your feet glows with a blinding crystalline brilliance. It's a place that defies expectations, where the ordinary rules of landscape and perspective seem to dissolve. That's Salar de Uyuni, the world's largest salt flat, hidden in Bolivia's heart. Spanning over 10,000 square kilometers, it's a natural wonder that draws travelers and dreamers from every corner of the globe. Here, the earth is transformed into a shimmering sea of salt, stretching as far as the eye can see. The name itself is like a secret, promising a landscape where sky and ground merge. When the rains come, the salt flats become a perfect mirror, reflecting clouds and sunlight in a way that blurs the line between reality and illusion. I was drawn by stories of a giant mirror, a silence so deep you could almost hear the stars. At night, the sky explodes with constellations, and the salt beneath your feet seems to glow with a quiet, otherworldly light. This wasn't just a destination, it was a quest to witness nature's raw, breathtaking beauty. I wanted to experience the feeling of being completely alone in a place so immense, to stand in awe of the sheer scale and silence. I imagined walking across endless white, the crunch of salt underfoot, sunsets painting the horizon in surreal colors. Each step would be a reminder of how small we are in the face of nature's grandeur, and how rare it is to find such untouched beauty. The journey would be as much a part of the adventure as the destination itself. Traveling across the salt flats means braving the elements, navigating a landscape that can be both harsh and mesmerizing, and sharing stories with fellow explorers under the open sky. With anticipation and curiosity I set out, ready to leave the familiar behind. Each moment was filled with the promise of discovery, the thrill of stepping into the unknown, and the hope of finding something extraordinary. The call of the salt flats was irresistible, a chance to see if the whispers on the wind were true. Would I find the silence I'd heard about, the sense of peace that so many travelers described? I was seeking a place where earth and sky become one, and where the noise of the world falls away. In this vast expanse I hoped to reconnect with a sense of wonder, to lose myself in the beauty of the unknown. The adventure began with a dream of white infinity, a journey to a place where the world feels new and every moment is filled with possibility. Reaching Salar de Uyuni is an adventure in itself, a slow climb from La Paz through the rugged Bolivian Altiplano. The journey winds past mountains, remote villages and herds of llamas grazing on hardy grass. Our four-wheel drive bumped along dusty tracks past deserts and lakes tinted red and green, flamingos adding splashes of color. Each mile pulled me further from the world I knew, deeper into untamed nature. The final stop, Uyuni, a frontier town built on salt and dreams. Here, anticipation hangs in the thin, crisp air. Everyone is here for the same reason. Leaving town, the landscape shifts. Patches of white grow until the world becomes a dazzling, unbroken expanse. The vehicle rolled onto the salt crust and reality seemed to dissolve. My first impression, utter disbelief, as if we'd driven onto a blank page. The adventure was truly underway. Stepping onto the Salar de Uyuni is like entering a dream, one where the world is stripped down to its purest elements. The first step onto this endless white expanse feels almost otherworldly, as if you've crossed into a place untouched by time or civilization. Solid salt tiles stretch to the horizon, forming a frozen ocean under a sky so blue it almost seems painted. The geometric patterns beneath your feet are nature's own artwork, perfectly imperfect and mesmerizing in their repetition. The scale is staggering, over 10,000 square kilometers of pure, uninterrupted space. It's the largest salt flat on Earth, and standing here you feel as if you're at the edge of the world, surrounded by nothing but possibility. The crunch of salt underfoot is sharp and satisfying, echoing in the profound silence that envelops you. There's a stillness here that's rare in our noisy world, a silence so deep, it almost hums. The air is sharp and thin, the sun's glare intense. Sunglasses are a must. The brightness is blinding, bouncing off the salt in every direction, making you squint even behind dark lenses. Every breath feels crisp and invigorating at this altitude. Touching the crystalline ground, it feels both real and surreal, hard and cool, yet so delicate it could almost dissolve in your hand. The salt is rough, textured and ancient, shaped by centuries of wind and water. With no landmarks, distance and scale become illusions, a playground for photographers and the imagination. The horizon seems to stretch forever. and it's easy to lose all sense of how far you've walked or how big the world really is. We played with perspective, creating surreal photos, feeling like children in a giant white sandbox. The landscape invites creativity, encouraging you to see the world from new angles and to laugh at the tricks your eyes play. Standing in this emptiness is humbling and exhilarating. You feel small, yet free. There's a sense of liberation in the vastness, as if the salt flats have absorbed every worry and left only wonder behind. There's nothing to distract you, only salt, sky, and sunlight. The simplicity is profound, stripping away the clutter of daily life and leaving only what matters. The Salar forces you to be present, to breathe deeply, and to simply exist. It's a place where time slows down, and you can reconnect with yourself and the world around you. It's a minimalist masterpiece, a reminder of nature's power and simplicity. Here, the landscape is both a canvas and a mirror, reflecting your thoughts and emotions back at you. Here, awe is the only response. In this vast, silent world of salt and sky, you can't help but feel grateful for the chance to witness such raw, unfiltered beauty. In the rainy season, Salar de Uyuni transforms. Water turns the flats into the world's largest mirror. The sky and its reflection merge, erasing the horizon. You stand where heaven and earth are one. Driving onto the flooded flats feels like entering the sky itself. Every step ripples the clouds beneath your feet, blurring reality and reflection. The best time to witness this is March or April, when both dry and mirrored worlds coexist. Travel here requires care, but the reward is pure magic. Standing in this illusion, you're invited to reflect, on the world and on yourself. The Salar becomes a canvas for introspection, its beauty overwhelming. It's a fleeting spectacle, a privilege to witness. Nature's greatest illusion, seen to be believed. Amidst the endless salt, Isla Incahuasi rises, a rocky island covered in ancient cacti some over 10 meters tall. It's a sanctuary of life in the stark emptiness, a surreal sight against the white plain. Climbing to the top, you're rewarded with a panoramic view. The Salar stretches to distant mountains and sky. The island's cacti, slow-growing survivors, stand as silent witnesses to centuries of change. The ground is fossilized coral and volcanic rock, remnants of a prehistoric lake. Walking among these giants, you feel reverence for life's resilience. Isla Incahuasi breaks the monotony, offering shelter and perspective. After hours in the open, the presence of these living giants is comforting, a reminder that life endures. It's a moment of peace and wonder in a sea of salt. As afternoon fades, Salar de Uyuni prepares for its grand finale sunset. The salt becomes a canvas for the sky's shifting colors, gold, pink, orange, and purple. Shadows stretch, the world glows, and the landscape transforms into a symphony of light. We stopped, set up a table, and watched as the sun kissed the horizon in silence. When the sun dips, the sky erupts in color, mirrored perfectly on the salt. It's a moment of overwhelming beauty, gratitude, and awe. As darkness falls, the stars emerge, brilliant, unpolluted, the Milky Way a shimmering river overhead. Standing in the cool silence, you feel connected to the cosmos. Sunset here is more than a view. It's a spiritual experience, a perfect end to a magical day. The Salar's beauty lingers long after the light fades. Salar de Uyuni is a living history book. Once a vast prehistoric lake, now a salt crust over lithium-rich brine. Local communities have harvested salt here for generations, shaping the landscape with conical piles drying in the sun. The salt is more than a commodity, it's culture, tradition, and livelihood. Nearby, the train cemetery holds rusting locomotives, relics of a bygone industrial age. These skeletal trains, abandoned when mining collapsed, add a haunting beauty to the landscape. All these elements, geology, tradition, industry, create a place of incredible depth. The Salar is shaped by nature's forces and human persistence. Understanding its story transforms a visit into a deeper appreciation. This is not just empty space, it's filled with echoes of time. Amidst all the adventure, there was a moment I'll never forget, a moment of perfect stillness. Far out on the flats, our guide turned off the engine and silence enveloped us. No traffic, no birds, just my own breath and heartbeat. In that silence, clarity and peace washed over me, worries dissolving into the white expanse. It was meditative, a rare chance to simply be present. The landscape encourages introspection, its vastness giving space for your thoughts to expand. This inner calm is the Salar's true magic, more precious than any photo. Sometimes the greatest adventures are about quiet contemplation. The Salar teaches the beauty of emptiness and the power of silence. Leaving Salar de Uyuni felt like waking from a dream, one where reality and imagination had blended seamlessly, and every sense was heightened by the surreal beauty of the salt flats. As the car rolled away, the world's colors and textures slowly returned, shifting from the endless white expanse to the vibrant earth tones of Bolivia's countryside. The journey back was quiet, filled with reflection and gratitude. I found myself replaying moments in my mind, each memory more vivid than the last. More than images, I carried a feeling of awe and connection to nature. The salt flats had left an imprint on my heart, a reminder of how small we are in the face of such vastness. This wasn't just a trip, it was a pilgrimage that changed my perspective on travel. I realized that true adventure isn't just about seeing new places, but about letting those places transform you. Salar de Uyuni strips away the non-essential, revealing the planet's raw beauty. In its silence and simplicity, it invites you to slow down and truly see. It reminds us that wild, magical places still exist, inspiring wonder and responsibility. Standing there, I felt a deep urge to protect these rare landscapes for future generations. Thoughtful travel can change both the places we visit and our own hearts. When we move through the world with respect and curiosity, we become part of something bigger than ourselves. My journey through Bolivia's salt flats was unforgettable. A journey to the edge of imagination, where the horizon seems to go on forever and possibilities feel endless. The Salar is more than a destination. It's an experience that stays with you, urging you to see the world with fresh eyes and a renewed sense of wonder. And that, truly, is the greatest gift travel can offer: a changed heart and a deeper connection to the world around us.